Oh, not rum. 12-12 right now in that campaign that I was talking about.
All right.
I'm in a battle against who am I even against? I don't know. Is that Greece? I think it's Greece. But like it's all just ballistas and what's it called? Onagers.
Oh, is it?
So yeah,
That's
so they're
very weird.
full, and they are
I've seen like
fucking
armies that are
amazing.
full of like slingers, which is like really weird.
Yeah,
Like
no, I
something
can
like in
stream
my
it if you want.
experience there. No, well I'm streaming, aren't I? You fool. Why would I?
Oh yeah, I know.
But yeah. Anyway,
Do you use
I'm.
Streamlabs?
Pardon? What?
Do you use Streamlabs?
No, I use OBS.
Which is Streamlabs?
Nah.
Okay, fair enough.
No,
Yeah,
OBS Studio. That's different to OBS Streamlabs.
Oh right, okay. I thought you meant OBS Streamlabs.
No,
And I
no,
was
no.
like, well, you're a bit down on you.
They are different things. Anyway, I'm just looking at what I need to do with this, where I left off. I have not played this Egypt campaign in so long, so it may take a little while, guys. I do apologise. But I believe I just got declared war on by Carthage.
I should maybe put an announcement, shouldn't I?
Yeah, if
Saying
you...
he's alive.
Alright. Oh, hello,
Yeah.
Emperor. I've just seen that you've just commented. Thank you. Anyway, I think, yeah, I'm at war with Seleucids, and I think I'm at war with Carthage, because they like, took some territory that I, like, got gifted to me for some reason. So I think I was building up an army to, like, go to war with them. Or, like, to go on campaign with them. So, what else was I building? Oh, yeah, these, like, axemen, which are half decent. It's so hilarious that Egypt is so overpowered in this game. I think it's just, like, all Bronze Age, and also you're, like, in the richest part of the world, so, like, your economy goes through the roof.
I mean, hey, it makes sense, right?
I mean, it does, but at the same time, it really doesn't. Like, I mean, not the Bronze Age stuff certainly doesn't make sense. They should all be like Greeks, like they are in Rome too. And then,
Yeah.
I mean, economy, yeah, would be pretty good, but I would have thought like it only becomes like a great economy when it becomes like really part of the empire. I mean, it's pretty good before, but like, it's like,
Dear friend,
oh, okay, all right. Scythia's just like decided to just chill in and just give
our
me
thanks.
stuff. But yeah, no, it's like a lot better like once it's in the empire and they like trade with actually with Rome.
Mighty general.
But what was I doing? Oh yeah, building this stuff down here.
Onward.
Keep moving on. But anyway, how are you heads today anyway?
I'm alright. Yeah, I've been playing a lot more Attila, a lot more 12-12, so. Yeah,
Fair
I've been
enough. We're able to now fight me face to face on 12-12 now.
I destroy you, man. I destroy you. Brabant is like my favorite faction now, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I really like them. I think they're nice and balanced. They have good handgunners. Their shock's kind of bad, but when you get over that, like, they're pretty good, in my opinion.
I think they're okay, but they're like, it's just like, yeah, the pikes just like kind of sucky a little bit, so you just kind of like eventually you just get overwhelmed by like archers and stuff like that. Just put a Temple of Osiris in there. Replace that.
He still says Rise of Mordor, by the way.
Is it still saying Rise of Mordor? That's very bizarre.
Like the picture for it is Rise of Mordor. The what's it called?
Shouldn't be.
Look in Pope's videos on Discord.
I deleted the thing on Pope videos in Discord, unless it.
Well, I just sent it for your stream.
That's very bizarre. I set the thumbnail as the Egypt thumbnail, but well.
Yeah, I saw that on YouTube.
Yeah. That's very bizarre. That's just clearly a Discord thing, I think. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not much I can do about that. Yeah, Coops, you're right. Yeah, Egypt is absurd in both game and in like design. In the game is like design, just makes no sense really. Just like eventually, if I ever get to the like the top tier stuff, like you just get like really elite sort of like units that are just like all in bronze armor and just like look like they've got bronze weapons as well. Just stupid, and they're actually really good as well, which again is equally broken. But anyway, yeah, we're just building up this massive fleet basically to go across to Carthage and just basically land. And
I
probably
need to do a Rome remastered campaign.
they're quite fun. It is giving me some nice vibes, to be fair. I actually might do this.
All the memories, eh?
Yeah, literally, all the memories are so good. But I guess we'll just do this massive siege. So I've got to take Antioch at some point. So why not? Let's do it now. I mean, like, start off straight with that. But yeah, no, like, Rome Remastered has just got such a great, like, I mean, it's good for its own reasons. I don't really know if I really like the UI. I don't know if there's like a mod that's out to like change the like the UI. I'd like to like go back to the original because it looks so much easier to like sort of control. But it's still really like still good. Don't know whether it'd be worth like buying it full price though. Like getting it for half price when having the original, I think it kind of makes it worth it. But
Yeah,
I know a lot of people won't just go out and then just like won't go out and buy one to then get the discount on the other, because at that point you might as well not bother.
yeah. I mean, I like the idea of if you had Rome 1, then you get the discount, but I feel like it should be cheaper than Rome 1 anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it should be cheaper than Rome 1. Well, I say that. Does Rome 1 come with... I can't remember. Like, does Rome 1 come with Barbarian Invasion and Alexander as well?
Ooh.
So,
No, I don't think
so, in theory, probably is worth being more expensive for those reasons.
Yeah, I suppose in that case, yeah, it probably is pretty evenly priced.
Because you're getting 3 games for the price of 1, really.
Yeah, it's nice that they're all together.
Yeah, I think that's a nice thing as well, like they are all together.
Wow, my cab is like dying. Turns out it wasn't all artillery, they were hidden in the forest, and there's like a lot of infantry.
Oh no. I like how... I like in the old Medieval 2 and like Rome 1, all you need is 1 ram, and that will get you into a city.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. 1 ram, that's all we need. It's like, even like heavily defended, like walled cities, just like, yeah, 1 ram, that'll do. That'll get us in. We don't need any more.
What else do you need?
These chariots are cool. I actually don't remember what half these units look like. Let's see what like the desert cav looks like. Looks okay. It just
Because I was like, in my head I was like, yeah, I'll get Rome 1 remastered when it comes out. Then it came out. I still haven't got it.
Yeah. I think you can still get the offer. I don't know how long the offer lasts, but it did go beyond the the release date. I remember that.
Yeah, I might then. I don't know. I've just heard a lot of mixed reviews, you know.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of people. I think there's a lot of people that just like some hate it because I think it's not the same as quite the same as Rome 1. I don't know what but then it had to be different. Otherwise, why bother have a remaster? It has to be slightly different.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I feel like people are just expecting like just wanting the same nostalgia, and the thing is that they're not like. The difference is that they're not like 11, 12 when they're playing this one. They're like going what like late 20s, early 30s or something like that, aren't they? They're, like this entire. I don't know if it's that old. It's not like that quite old, but it's like.
What was it? It was 2000 and.
Actually, they're probably about my age. They're about early 20s. So yeah, if you're like, basically, you've not got that nostalgia of like other stuff that's going on at the time when you're playing Rome 1. That's basically what you're missing. And what you're complaining about.
Yeah, I think so. You don't have the same mindset.
Yeah. Exactly, and that's what that's just what the issue is, I think.
Yeah, I think the same, but I think it's sort of I think it's good. I think it looks great for somebody who's played Rome 1. I think it's very good, but you know, maybe for the newcomers. Now comes the test of their courage. Or maybe even the other way around. Maybe the new people like it more than the people who did play it back then.
Maybe.
I think it's just it's about what I expect it to be, which is, you know, that's fine by me. I think.
Yeah. No. I mean, yeah. I'm just reading what Coop's played. And then your fleet dies in auto resolve to pirates, which is so true. Like this. I hate that you can't play fleet battles on Rome 1. I mean, there is a mod now for fleet battles on Rome 1, but yeah, literally you could have like
remastered or
yeah, but remastered, yeah. Yeah, it's hilarious that you could like have like a full stack fleet with a full stack army on it, and there's still the chance you could lose to one lone pirate boy. Just comes in and just takes out your entire fleet, and just like, well, great. Now I guess I just die. I
also doesn't love auto resolve.
Yeah.
I just won a battle that I would have lost in auto resolve as well. It was like 4,000 against 2,000, and I was fortified, and I completely destroyed them.
One thing I do, sorry, one thing I do miss, and I miss a trick with, is cutscenes. Why don't they not have cutscenes again for knocking down gates and walls? It's such a cool thing.
Yeah, that was awesome. Oh, I won, apparently. Wow, really? I'm so happy I won against like 3 ballistas and some onagers and some cav, but that was.
Their men have taken the walls. Now the way to your victory is clear.
Yeah, I've also lost many armies as well to like that sort of fake coups as well. It's just a horrible way to go. So frustrating. It's definitely been the reason for me like raging definitely in when I was like younger in like Rome 1. Hated like just auto resolves, especially even like when you did like an auto resolve when like in a like sieging a city, and you're like, oh, I'll take this. It's like half an hour. I have 10 units against 4, and then you lose, and you're just like fighting again rebels, and like, well, that doesn't make sense. But okay.
I think what's a bit odd that I think I enjoy more about Rome 1 than like any of the newer titles is I kind of like how clean the buildings are, if you know what I mean. I feel like...
Okay, they're just cavalry just charging into my pike. Oh, yep, gonna send the pikes down, okay. Like, I had some Nubian spearmen just refused to put the pikes down. And Greek cavalry then just decided to charge into it. I do like how the AI is dumb as hell in...
nice
Rogue One.
pikes.
Pikes.
Yeah.
Pikes are actually good as well in Rogue One. They do a lot of damage.
Yeah, they're kind of like Attila, but like obviously morale isn't as bad in Rome 1, so they're a lot better.
And that's that poor cavalry unit just gone and just routed. That's why you don't run to pikes, you idiots.
Oh wow. There's a bit of a delay in the thing, but I can see what's going on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, they ran through, didn't they? And then just all died.
Yeah. That's another thing I also think they missed a trick with. Like, that cavalry's not going to run back to the town center or rally. I kind of think that's a good idea, to be honest. I could kind of imagine that, like, they do that in history.
Or if it ran back to the general or something.
Yeah.
Like, that might be a really cool
that is kind of a thing that they do implement now in, like, modern day, like, Total Wars. Like, because that's how you get, like, the Emperor, like, not the Emperor, the general abilities. Like, that's kind of like, or just the general's aura. Like, something like Thrones, like, you have, like, Zeal. Which is kind of like influences like the units around them. So if your general zeal is really like high, then you've got a really good chance of like units will re-rally or units will stand longer. So I think they just implement it in other ways, I guess. Which I guess is just nice to see the evolution of Total War in that way. Oh my gosh, the cameras went very weird when I just like hovered over one fountain, and now I'm just gonna get surrounded, aren't I?
Oh no, I lost a whole 25 men.
Whatever will I do?
And that's what I think is kind of sad, is the AI is kind of terrible in Attila.
Yeah, I mean, it's really easy to to stop because, like, certainly in 1212, if you use 1212 as an example, 1212 is just cavalry. So if you just, oh my gosh, they have elephants. I did not realize. Oh my gosh, we have elephants to deal with. Okay.
You have elephants? Oh no, they have elephants.
They have elephants. I don't think Egypt can get elephants in this in Rome 1.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I thought they could from what I remember. But
Maybe they can. I just haven't got any yet. Maybe they can. I've just got half my army outside the city. I don't even need them.
They're probably more elite for Egypt if they are.
Maybe. I don't think they do get them. I think it's the Seleucids get them and the Carthaginians get them. The most notable.
It's just weird because like obviously in every other total war than Egypt have them.
Yeah, they do that, don't they?
I guess
I don't know if they do in Medieval 2 when they play like when it's like the Ayyubids or whoever it is, so like whatever we call it is. I can't remember what their names are.
Talking about the Ayyubids, but
yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right, Dominant Man. They probably will. Axemen probably will be better. They almost certainly would be better in this sort of fight. I don't know. They may be better, but at the same time, the pikes are kind of handy to take out other pikes right now. If I had Axemen, I think I'd just be making a lot of Egyptian kebabs.
plus pikes would be good against the elephants.
Well, yeah, that's true. If I had Axemen for the elephants, I'd be screwed.
Yeah.
Don't know if they don't have any like one on the back, which is this is a good thing that I like in Rome too, that they have like little towers. Now they just have like.
I mean, how many kills do those towers actually get? Like maybe 3.
The guys like on the top of the tower, like on a tower on the top of the elephant. Yeah, probably not many.
It's a cool detail, I guess, but they don't do much, do they?
No, I mean in 1212 they're quite useful because the Gurids have the cannon elephants, don't they?
The cannon elephants, oh my god, yeah, and then the grenadier elephants.
Yeah,
as well,
the Naphtunes, yeah, they are actually
yeah.
pretty good.
They're great, yeah.
Yeah, they're the only elephants that actually. actually do well. Put it like that, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can take down a wall and then charge elephants straight through the wall. Like that's incredibly useful.
Just watching these archers just get mowed down. It's hilarious. Poor archers. I don't even think they fired a shot in anger. Oh, okay.
Pikes, surely.
Oh god. I forget also that like in Rome 1, like generals' bodyguards can just take out armies on their own. They're like so overpowered.
Yeah.
Which is actually I do kind of like that. Certainly like in Rome 2, like it's not necessarily the case. It's unit dependent. I think like the Roman bodyguards, for instance, is just awful. Like you just don't even want. What are they just sending now against me? Militia cav.
Oh, I tell you what, I was just thinking about what you were talking about with the running back to the capital, or like running back to the center to regroup. Like if they did that with the generals in Attila, it would make morale so much better, especially in land battles, you know? Because in that way, then taking down the general will become even more important. Because like now it's just morale, isn't it? So you kill the general and most of the men will rout.
Yeah.
But, like it's more of a if the men rout when the general's dead, then they won't come back, which is I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I kind of that is actually a pretty cool idea. I was just reading what Coops was writing. He's saying that he wished in Attila and in Rome 2 they had flaming pigs again, and I kind of agree with that. Flaming pigs are such an iconic unit in Rome 1.
Yeah.
I really like them. And it's such a historical unit as well. They actually did use them. So like, I don't know why they just decided. You know what? We'll just not have the flaming pigs anymore. Certainly for like not Rise of Republic. What's the Hannibal at the gates? Could have had it for that one. That would be kind of cool. Have them in.
But,
like just an iconic unit for
that. What was it? The the Bionagers, you know, in 1212.
No, they have those in they're in Rome 2.
They're in Rome 2, yeah. But they should be in every single.
You think?
Oh yeah, no, of course they're in Rome 2. But yeah, they should be in everything. Absolutely everything should have bees that you can throw in a manager.
Yeah, they should.
Because why not? Then they were actually effective as well, like somehow.
They kind of were, yeah.
Oh no, was it the Scorpions? It was a Scorpion.
Scorpions in Rome 2 when we played all those like meme games was like actually kind of effective when Coops was playing with them. I think they're actually kind of good.
Yeah, I think the Scorpions were better than the bees though, weren't they?
Yeah. The bees are awful. They were actually terrible. Yeah. I mean, they were good if you concentrated fire, but they were still like terrible in that.
Using 15 onagers to hit one unit.
Yeah. Hugh, yeah, this will be like the third part in the series of the the Egyptian campaign. Actually, might be the fourth. It might be the fourth part. I can't remember how many. I think it might be third or fourth.
I can tell you actually. Bear with me.
Oh, I didn't realize we were engaging elephants. Oh god, my pikes are engaging the elephants. Oh god, they're getting tossed around like just dolls.
1, 2, 3.
This is the third.
No,
this is the fourth. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was because I thought in the third part I went to war with Carthage. These elephants, yeah, they're starting to die, but like victory is certain for them. And they ran head on into pikes. That's where all my casualties will come for this game. I'm sure of it. So that one elephant unit. Well,
Coop's got 49 kills with the Scorpion Ballista.
Jeez.
In a real battle. So.
Oh my gosh! In a real battle, one where you're not playing with meme armies, Coops. Is that the question? That's what I want to know. Were you? I mean, to be fair, 90% chance you probably were still playing with meme armies.
Imagine Scorpion Ballista versus Koresh.
Gosh.
I think it would be too overpowered.
I mean, Scorpion Ballista versus Koresh would be like, what will break? What will like? It can go either two ways. Like Koresh break because of the Scorpion Ballistas, or the Scorpion Ballistas get overrun by the hordes of Koresh.
The horde, yeah. I feel like it would be a bit like putting a German machine gun from World War II up against Koresh, you know?
Oh god. Yeah. Eventually the gun would overheat and have to reload, and then the Koresh have a chance to come and like overwhelm you,
But before then,
yeah,
you have a lot of dead bodies.
Yeah, a lot of dead Mongolians. Elephants finally died. They got killed by more and more elite pikes. I'm so thankful. I did not want to have to deal with them again. So powerful.
Yeah, I think that other unit of pikes got like 2 inside of them, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
And so they were just surrounded. They couldn't get the pikes down.
That's a shame.
The pikes are good if you can make a line and get the elephants to charge the line.
Yeah, I think I wasn't really paying attention. I just gave him like the movement order to go forward, and then he just was like, "Okay, elephant's here now. I guess we die. I guess we die." I think there's not much left. I
What
think it's just...
Total War it was. It may have even been a mod. I don't even know. But there was a mod, and it was a bit like Game of Thrones, Boltons, where they had like you know, the pikes and then separate people holding shields. So like they have, you know, a man holding a pike and then a man holding a shield, and that was in one of the Total Wars, and I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But it was so good. I loved it.
I'll have to. I don't know. Yeah, I can't remember what that is actually. Well, generals ran in to die.
Your pikes and thinking of it. It's like your pikes are holding shields, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird, because those pikes look more Carthaginian than Egyptian. Maybe not. I don't know.
Oh yeah. I don't think Q. If you've seen all the 3 before, this is the 4th episode. You haven't missed anything. And cheers. I'm glad you're enjoying the campaign. And hey, Mythic. Yes, it's a good game. Definitely should get it, Mythic. If you've already spent money on the first version, you might as well get the remastered.
Does Mythic have real one?
Pardon?
Remastered?
Mythic doesn't really like, from what I can remember, Mythic doesn't like Rome Remastered because he just thinks it's like not top quality graphics. Which is just, yeah.
I know so many people like that.
Yeah, and that's not how a remastered
really cool
works.
New game. Like really cool new game, and it's like, how are the graphics? Oh, it's 8-bit. That I know.
Yeah.
It's like instant no. You're like, hey, you haven't even looked at it. But no.
I'm not interested. Oh, there he goes. The general just died.
Oh yeah. I suppose people have their preferences, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's loads of people, and that's fine. Like people want to enjoy like watching what they're playing while also playing it. I get that. That's fine.
Yeah, see, I agree with Average here. Like the graphics are good for the remaster, for what Rome 1 is.
Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah.
Like because they used all the same assets, didn't they?
Well, it's. I think so. It's basically use the same assets that they use for, like the mobile game, because this is done by the mobile company that did the mobile game. So I imagine maybe just souped up version of that. To be honest. Maybe.
Yeah.
Shall bring the chariots in. Just
This isn't Creative Assembly, is it?
Well, it is Creative Assembly, but we're like in partnership with Pharaohs Interactive.
Oh right, yeah.
Something like that. So, oh my god, this General's Bodyguard is so overpowered.
There's a mobile game company that's making a new Star Wars game.
Really?
Star Wars Hunters, yeah. It actually looks like fairly decent. It really doesn't look that bad. It's set in like a completely different area, you know, so it's all new lore and everything. And yeah, no, it looks really fun actually. But it's made by the same people who made like, you know, all of the very cash grab, you know, apps.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are, what kind of games, but I think it's Laser. No. But no, it put me off when I saw it because I was a bit like, oh, this is gonna be another sort of bad cash grab. But it's actually a AAA title, and apparently they've got a whole new team on it and everything.
Oh really?
Fair enough. So it looks exciting.
Well,
you just swarming everything into the middle.
Yeah, just like screw it, wait. I won anyway, so casualties inflicted. I lost like 400 men, that was worth it. I bet all 400 would buy those elephants as well. And maybe the general.
Yeah.
That's probably a bit.
So I mean, how early are you? Like
in the campaign?
Yeah, as in, you know, what kind of men you were at?
I'm currently like, well, I went really into like my, oh my god, I didn't realize there's a plague going on in Memphis. I just realized that as I got back to the campaign map. I'm like onto my third lot, like the third infantry. So like the first infantry for Egypt is the Nubian spears, then it's the Nile spears, and then it's the desert axemen, which are like the Cranian axemen for Rome 2, basically.
Yeah.
And they're like the third one. They're heavy infantry, apparently. I don't believe it for 1 second. They're wearing less clothes than all the other units. But yeah, I kind of really worked into the economy. So my economy is just booming. I have over 100k in the bank with nothing really to spend it on.
That's exactly what I did with Brabant. I
Yeah.
was like, I'm not going to war for the first like 30 turns.
Well,
When
you don't
all
need
I
to.
can-
Egypt's so isolated, and like, to be honest,
Yeah, exactly.
Seleucids kind of implode on themselves eventually anyway. So, oh my gosh, I actually did take some batterings in some of these units here. That can just stay there, I guess. What can we do with you? Just put you like so, I guess. Yeah, fair enough. Well, we took Antioch. That was a piece of cake in the end. It just wasn't as bad as I thought.
Man, I'm at war with everyone. I was just looking at my campaign. It's like, I'm friends with Denmark, who are like the most powerful in the region, and then everywhere else I'm pretty much at war with. So
Jeez.
this is great, isn't it?
Man.
Man.
What can I build? Oh, I can build
Oh, no.
a shrine.
I'm not at war with Trier, so that's
That's a positive.
that is indeed a
small-
positive.
One
Oh,
small
and
positive.
Flanders. Yeah, I didn't want to go towards Flanders because they're right next to me,
And they're
a
like
bit
your
more powerful.
boys. They're your
Yeah,
boys.
I mean, yeah, they have like the same flag as me, but
And
inverted,
same
so, yeah.
culture.
And the same culture. Yeah, I mean, they get on well. I don't know who that. Oh, Prague as well, Bohemia, I guess. They're all right. And then like I'm at war with everyone else.
Fairs.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it's kind of difficult, but they're all kind of not attacking me. They're more attacking Denmark because Denmark's the more powerful one. So I
Yeah.
kind of just sit here and let Denmark take care of it, and I just reap the rewards.
Victory is ours,
Yeah, it's
mighty
alright
one.
so far.
Fair dues.
No,
Fair
my
dues,
army
man.
is.
I'm just gonna train every single one of these units. Oh my god. No, let's just not do you. Let's do you. And then I'm just gonna. What are we saying? I seem to be wrong, but the units seem to be moving slightly slower in battles than in the original. Is that the case? No. From what it's just that all my units are like phalanx units, so like they're all moving around in phalanxes, Hugh. So that's just the reason that everyone's moving quite slowly. And then Harry saying, I'm still trying to unlock the unlock Britain campaign lore. There's a way that you can basically just go into the advanced settings and you can just basically unlock all the factions from like the start, basically. You don't need to like actually conquer. I mean, it's a nice little like system that like they had in the original game that you can just basically like obviously to like unlock a campaign you have to basically conquer the people, which is really cool to be fair. But you don't actually have to do that like now in the remastered. You can just basically just unlock them all if you just go into the settings now, which is kind of a bit broken, but it's also allows me to play Egypt straight away. And then Coops, but the game is in your replays, Pope, if you want to see 49 men get killed by scorpions. Yeah, sure, Coops, I'll definitely check out 49 men getting killed by scorpions. Sounds like an absolute fun
Make a
time.
video, man. Make
Yeah,
a video
exactly.
about it.
Yeah, I should.
Cool.
Just a video of like scorpion, like I'd name it like Scorpion Catapults Clutch Game or something like that.
People are gonna be like, "Your scorpions," as in the siege equipment. That's what
Yeah, like no.
Then they click on it, actual scorpions. Yeah,
That actually be
but yeah,
quite good.
Mythic. I would say like most of the campaigns are pretty similar. But yeah, no, Rome one's like pretty good. I think.
I think
it's
Rome
got a
one's
good
really good in its campaign, and I only play it for its campaign. And like the best bit about Rome campaign is that you basically like you're basically working all the way towards your big civil war with the Senate, which is always fun to do.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I feel like Rome 1 campaign's a bit more relaxed than most others.
Yeah.
Like Attila, you're kind of always on your toes. Rome
Always
2, I
dying.
guess, kind of similar. Yeah, Attila's difficult. That's more of a difficult campaign. But yeah, no, Rome 2, I'd say is pretty similar to Rome 1.
Yeah,
I
you
think I
kind of like
prefer Rome
Rome 1 and 2. If you get so big, you start to snowball really quickly. And-
Exactly. Yeah, Attila, if you get big, everybody hates you, and you most likely fall.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, and you have more issues like administration. Than
Yeah,
anything else.
famine, uprisings, and all of that.
Hmm.
And who likes that?
Yeah, exactly.
But,
I mean, I quite like the Attila campaign for its how difficult it is and what makes it such a notorious campaign.
Oh, you're at war with the Seleucids, I see.
Yeah, I'm not with those Seleucids, which are nearly dead. They're like the easiest faction to take out in the game. They're surrounded by everyone that hates them, really. If you play
I
as them.
suppose they are. Yeah.
And yeah, you got like Parthia. I mean, they're massive. They're all the way like in the east, which like you like stream slightly delayed, but like they're like got Seleucia and stuff like that, which does make sense. But they're just a huge empire to take out, so they have the resources to become like really overpowered.
Oh, I see. Right, you just streams catching up. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I suppose like Seleucids are a good good challenge, right?
Exactly, it's like playing Western Roman Empire probably in Rome,
Oh,
in
God.
Attila. Sorry, yeah, in Attila. That's like my comparison to it.
I remember doing that, like one of my first campaigns, because I was like, oh, Rome will be easy, and then just being like completely destroyed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no,
it's not a fun game.
Attila's difficult. Like, yeah, I think Attila's difficult because the AI is so aggressive. Like, if you go to war with a country, they're most likely going to attack you pretty much instantly.
Yeah.
So if you're not ready to go to war, you'll probably be destroyed. Which is the challenge, I think. In Rome 1, it gives you a bit more time to sort of prepare for it.
Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah, I think you're right in that. Oh, I didn't see what that Stoic philosophy was. I'm just looking at my I'm just looking at my pop-ups, and it's like death stalks the land, and I was like, yep. There's not much I can do about that. I'm building the sewers as we speak. Sort out sanitation. You can stop throwing your I don't know, your shit into the street.
I used to hate sanitation, but if you just keep on top of it, like it's literally so easy to deal with.
Well, yeah, literally put like some sanitation in and like a relatively upgraded temple, and your like city's gonna be pretty happy for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and if you focus on civil, you'll get money back.
Yeah.
Is there still a Roman war if you're playing as another faction, e.g. Egypt?
No, not necessarily, Hugh. Like a faction, you probably have to play as Rome, like to declare war and like on the Senate. Usually, the AI doesn't go to war. It's quite happy just to like live quite happily and in harmony with the Senate there. They all seem to work together. And it looks like, I mean, I don't know what's been going on, but the Scipii look like they've taken out Syracuse, but they don't look like they bothered taking out like the rest of Italy with their lily biome and stuff like that. So I have no idea what they're doing. They seem like they're playing really passive. I think Gaul's still alive as well, from what limited map information I have. Which is another thing I really like, that you constantly have to ask for like map information to get like updates on what's changed hands.
Yeah, I like that. I like that with Rome. I think that's a really cool detail.
It's it's like again like the issue in like the time period. Like, well, word travels quite slowly about changes, so it just kind of makes
Because
sense.
they didn't keep that with Attila, did they?
Exactly. Yeah. No, they didn't. They didn't keep it in Rome 2 either. Like Rome 2.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, it's sad. Mythic says, "What do you think of the Thrones campaign?"
Thrones campaign's pretty good. I kind of like it. I mean, again, it's kind of one that I feel like you have to play on like a relatively hard like level, like very hard, almost legendary. I think to like get a real challenge out of it, because again, if you're playing someone like Wessex, you like snowball really easily, and you can kind of dominate. The food system's kind of interesting. It's kind of like that. Like your troops now cost food, like upkeep. It also requires food, I believe. I've not played Thrones campaign in ages.
So does Attila though. You also need food.
Do they?
Yeah, they get like really bad attrition. I've had it like my entire campaign. I've only just got on top of it, but yeah, no, you lose like 100, 200 men a turn.
No, but
if
no,
you
when
don't-
you like actually recruit a unit, like
Oh, I
food,
see.
Food
Oh,
is like
no,
retracted from your pool, basically.
Yeah, that's new then with Thrones. I didn't
Yeah.
know.
No, yeah,
That's
Thrones.
cool.
Yeah, it's quite a cool concept.
Kind of like Three Kingdoms with the materials thing, like
Yeah.
wood and.
Yeah, well, that's the idea I think that they were thinking of, because well, Thrones and Three Kingdoms are basically, well, Thrones was the premise for 3K.
Yeah, just Thrones was better. So. You know.
Well, yeah, I'd probably agree to a certain level on that.
Objectively.
Yeah.
Well, no, what is it? Objectively? Subjective? I don't know. Whatever
No,
one means. My words are hard. Alright.
Words are hard indeed.
I know I'm English, but you know.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, I like Attila because of its time period. I like Three Kingdoms. Not Three Kingdoms. What's it called? We're just talking about Thrones.
Thrones.
Because of its time period.
Yeah.
I like that kind of. I don't know. I'm still like I'm a big fan of the Rome time period as well, but
Yeah.
I think less so.
I like how like in Rome 2 that they have like various different periods for it. Oh my god, this place is rioting. Oh, of course, it's Jerusalem as well.
Yeah, each campaign's a different period, isn't it? For,
Yeah, so yeah, they're all basically different like periods. So you, like your grand campaign is like starts at a similar sort of time to like the original Rome one does.
the Fall of Rome area, right? Somewhere
No,
else.
like no. Well, the original Rome. What Rome? What? Rome 2
Rome
campaign.
2.
Rome 2 like grand campaign starts with the the rise of Rome, like sort of thing. Like there's a really small state. It's kind of coincides a little bit with like it basically just united Italy as Rome at that point, and then you've got Rise of the Republic, which comes before, which is then like conquering Italy, and then you've got like Empire Divided, which is like Rome in its height but divided in 3 pieces, and you've got Wrath of Sparta, which is like separate. It's not really focusing on Rome, but that's before Italy's like been united by the Romans as well. So yeah, there's like various different periods.
Attila then that's the fall of Rome.
Yeah, Attila's the fall of Rome.
Yeah, Attila's the fall of Rome, isn't he?
Yeah, and then
See, I like that. I really enjoy. I don't know. I just enjoy everything crumbling around me, and
yeah, it's fun to watch. He's just
Yeah.
like, especially as like there's one of the Roman factions like, well, I guess I just got to patch my empire up as best as possible and
try not to die.
yeah, try not to die, I guess.
Literally start at war with everyone.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy, isn't it? When you look at your war list and you can't even see a single one of the flags because you're at war with literally everyone.
yeah, it's kind of a pain.
That's a bit scary. You're like, let's see who I start a war with.
It's all on fire.
Yeah. Like first turn and you lose three territories, you're like, oh, yeah, this is gonna be good.
yeah, you're literally like, well, I'm in for a fun ride here. I think that's kind of really everything. Oh, there's some in this. Death Strike. Yeah, well, I can't do much about Death Stalks the Land. Hand pump invented. I wonder who Archimedes invented it. That's cool. I like that it adds like little things like that in. Like Rome 2 got rid of that. Inactive spy. Oh yeah, let me just move him. Do some stuff. Move him all the way over here. Yeah, they kind of like got rid of that, which is kind of a shame. I kind of like that whole concept of like just little pop-ups about stuff going on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, you don't really need it, but it's a cool little detail, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that, Hugh. We're in 2021 and we're nearer to the Roman time period than we are to the in-game Egypt. Almost certainly, yeah. This Egypt is like several thousand years old. But just because CA was like, well, this kind of looks like this is the most iconic version of Egypt that's out there. Let's just use this. Oh my gosh, the whole of like the Middle East is on fire for me. Nothing's changed there. Like to modern day, it's all on fire still. And then let's just see what can we get here. What can we get here? Probably some. Actually, no, don't need walls. Probably just get governor's palace. I can get better stuff. Like there's some provinces where I just don't even bother building the military buildings. It's just so useless. So like.
I mean, there's no point in doing it on like the islands, you know, because
Exactly.
when you're gonna have an army there.
Exactly. Yeah. If anything, I'll just pump out a load of like militia, and they can probably hold long enough.
Yeah, I mean, Alexandria and Memphis it might be worth because they're both sort of on the edge of your empire, I guess.
Yeah, Memphis is like really like got all the chariot stuff. I like separate cities for different things. Alexandria's got a few things, but not much. And then I have like another one, like I think either Jerusalem or Sidon for me as well. Also recruits like a bunch of stuff because they were on the border. Yeah, Sidon I think and Jerusalem recruit most of my other stuff because they were on the border with the Seleucids when I was building up for war against them. That was kind of the reason why they had a lot of military tech stuff as well. I didn't realise I hadn't rebuilt anything here. Let's just get rid of this Shrine of Dionysus as well. That's just getting in the way.
Shrine of what?
Dionysus. Yeah. Basically, I think Dionysus, yes, however you say it. Jeez. Words are hard. Dominant, make Egypt great again. Oh, don't worry, I will make it great again. And Brian, how are you doing today? I'm doing all right, man. Just having a like chill time, just streaming some of Rome Remastered. Fancy doing some of it.
I'm here too.
And yeah, Heads is here as well, just chatting away. I think playing 12-12. So.
A bit of 12. Well, I'm not really playing. I'm more watching you and then like clicking on the thing, looking at stuff, and then being like, yeah.
And then
Stuff's happening.
Yeah, Hugh saying this game's got some horrible historical inaccuracies. Yeah, it's got a few, but that's what makes it so charming, I think. Like, it's...
I mean, it was made in, like, when? I don't even know, 2000s? Very, very early 2000s.
Yeah.
I think this was more of a... especially if this is based off the mobile version, like, it's more of a fun game.
Yeah.
Rather than a historical game. Rome 2 is much more historical, and so is Attila, I think.
But it's so much, yeah, Rome 2 is much more historical just because Egypt isn't Bronze Age, for a start.
Very true. Very
Just
true.
that in its own is gives it a right to be more historical.
Like, you can just steamroll, can't you? Because you're technically, well, wait, can you steamroll though?
What, in Rome 1 or
Can
in
you-
Rome 2?
As Egypt right now. 'Cause you
I probably
really
could, yeah, I probably could. I only have a few, like, internal issues, which I'm going to probably sort out once I've finished off the Seleucids, which I think they've got maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 settlements left, maybe 4. I don't know if there's another one down here in the, like, right by the, like, the edge of the map, I'm not sure, but, I think they've only got 4 left, and then after that, I'm at war with Carthage, but that's, like, it's kind of like a very much a foreign war, very much. It's like a long way from my borders of my empire, really. Like, I'm just sending expedition forces there, really, just to like see what.
They're not gonna touch you, really.
Yeah, they're not really. They've got to go through a lot of desert. Bizarrely, they gave me like a settlement because they broke into like an alliance. So I like asked for compensation, and then that compensation, which is I think that's a new thing that got added in this or in the remasters, is compensation.
I think so.
But yes, they in the compensation they gave me a city, so I was like, and a bunch of money. So I was like, cool, cheers. And then they came back and took the city from me. So
Wow.
yeah,
I wish they could do that with Attila. Like, you can have reparations sort of things. You can like demand reparations for war. Because I know that you can, like in the thing, when you look at asking for money from a settlement, it says you can do this as reparations. But if you do it after you win a war, like they still won't give you money. You know, like it's kind of annoying.
yeah, it is. I'd agree. What does this do? Oh, apparently a wooden wall gives you public order. So yeah, sure, have that.
People like it when they're walled in. don't they?
Yeah, we don't want
Yeah.
freedom.
Yeah, what's that?
We just want to be worshipping stuff. Large Temple of Imhotep or whatever that name is. Sure, have that.
I'm gonna run and make myself a drink. I'll run it back.
Alright, see you, man. And then, Brian, you enjoyed the Battle of Helm's Deep. Yeah, it was a good battle. Yeah, it was actually a fun one to do. Did crash a few times, unfortunately. Helm's Deep's a bit of a buggy map, but it was certainly... Yeah, it was a fun one to play. I haven't really, like, obviously covered a lot of Rise Mortal recently because of NTW3 week, so it was nice to come back and play some. And yeah, that's really all there is to say about it. It was a good battle. A few bizarre mistakes by the players, but that's what I guess how you learn. Well, at least Sidon stopped rioting. Jerusalem still hates me, though it's also green. So why are you actually? Yeah, should we actually have a look and see why you're rioting? Might be an idea. Oh, construction queue. That's a handy thing. I just realized that button's there, so I don't have to keep scrolling across like this to build something. I can just go construction like this. I can just repair all this as well. That's just doing its thing. This settlement is rioting. Stand the best chance to call it rioting. I'd move additional troops into this settlement. I guess we can build just some peasants. I can't even build peasants here. I guess I'll just build the Nubians then. I can afford to. Why not? We'll just garrison like Jerusalem to the hill, so they can never. And we'll just put them down if they even just think about rebelling again. See what they are up to. Let's see, what else can we build? We can build... So why has this building disappeared? Oh. Yeah, see, that button's disappears when I get... Like, if I've not got anything in the construction queue, there is nothing to, like, put in there. So I may just start putting in a stack load of things so I just don't forget to build anything somewhere. Actually, no, we don't really need that Shrine of Imhotep. I might get better cavalry sables. What does that allow me to get? A Nubian cavalry, that's nothing exciting then. I was expecting maybe something a bit more strong than just some Nubian cavalry. Let's just put in a little blacksmith, and let's put in a load of stuff really. Put in a public bath down here, and you can have a port. I like how this place, Petra is a port, and it can't even like as same here with Thebes. Thebes is a port, yet it's not able to go anywhere. Thebes also is kind of upset. Doesn't really like the whole situation it's in. I think we're building stuff everywhere. Okay, not in Damascus. Damascus, you can have communal farming. You're building stuff. Hatra, you're not building stuff at all. And you're not either. Have some sewers. My army is kind of replenished. I'm going to start moving on, I think. Once we've just left some guys behind. Some unfortunate guys. I'll probably leave these weakened Nile spears behind. They need dealing with. Yeah. Probably leave those behind. So you attack. Are we going to have to fight these rebels? No. And now we attack Tarsus. And we build a load of stuff. Apparently I just can't get better siege equipment, but it's not like we need it. What mercenaries can I get, actually? I forget that the mercenaries are a thing. We can get some Sicilian pirates, which are light infantry, which just look terrible. And they cost 200 a turn. I'm okay. They just do not seem like they're worth their money. Anyway, keep shipping this guy across. I'm going to go and land in Lepsis Magna. And we're going to go and do some stuff. Hugh, that would be one of my major criticisms of the game. It's too easy to exploit the AI countries for money, either by selling map info, etc., or even that new compensation feature. Oh yeah, it's pretty bad, but I think 1212 is the worst for it. When you're when you're arranging a marriage in 1212, you can get like thousands upon thousands.
Think very carefully before you reply.
Oh, arranging marriages.
Yeah, arranging marriages are horrendous. Like,
oh
it's so overpowered. I'm gonna just decline that. Pontus just came to me. Pontus just came to me and just said, "Except or we will attack. Give us 500 denarii." And I'm just like, "No, shove off!" Like, the balls of that man just to say that. Except or we will
attack. Like most times in history, like the person who's giving away the daughter would give the dowry, right? Basically. I offered a marriage to the Kingdom of Denmark, most powerful in like all of the land, and I gave them my daughter, and I demanded like 10k from them, and they were like, yeah, sure.
I know, it's so broken. It's such a broken.
What? It's like, why would you accept that in any way?
Crazy Spartan, I think the Sicilian pirates of Javis. Well, I still think that even still, Javis, whether or not they're like how good they are, they're still not worth 200 a turn. They look terrible. I'm not getting them. Oh, Antioch's now rioting. We may have to sort that out.
200 a turn?
200 a turn, yeah, by the looks of it, yeah. Like my average troops are like 170, which is still a lot, to be fair. But then 330 for Egyptian chariots. Jeez.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to in Attila especially, and especially 1212. It's pretty easy just to use other factions to, get all of the money you want from them. Plus, there are mods like easy diplomacy. I remember
really?
messing around with that
Don't need that.
Where literally you can pay 1 gold and do whatever. They'll do like military access. They'll become your vassal if you want them to. Like you can do it to France or England in 1212 if you were something really tiny.
That's
like
broken.
so easily. It is broken, but that's the games for you.
Brian, I've got to try. You definitely got to go and try out Rome Remastered. It's really fun. I definitely give it a good shot. Just don't expect it to be like an entirely new game. Basically, is all I can recommend. It's just basically the old game. Yeah, it's basically what it is.
But it's good. I would recommend it if you want. Just the same nostalgia. The UI is a bit weird.
Yeah, I don't like the UI. That's the only issue I've got with it.
But it looks better, and it's still Rome 1. So what's the issue?
Let's see if I can get an alliance with Armenia. See how they're doing in the world. Very generous.
It's the same as like ROM. I love the new UI update for ROM, but I also hate it because like manual firing is impossible now. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of sad because although it's so good, there are some things that just really annoy me, and that's gonna happen.
Our thanks.
Right?
Yeah.
Like a remaster or whatever.
I like Armenia basically just went and said, Okay, so we like what you offered us, but we're actually just going to remove the money that you also just demanded.
We'll give you that information, but that's it.
Yeah, we actually won't give you that money that you just asked for. And they were very generous. They were like, yeah, sure, man, that sounds like a great deal. Still went, no. No, we've got a better idea.
That's what I hate as well, when like you get the likelihood and it's like moderate in 12-12, and you're like, oh, this is good, and then they reject, no matter what. Like, you can get it to high and then just slowly remove money until it hits moderate. That's what I try and do.
Yeah,
And then they still reject. It's like, why do you reject? It's like the top of moderate. What's the point?
Yeah.
But it's some factions. It's like, unless you make it high, they won't accept. Which I don't know.
I think that's something to do with like their happiness towards you.
Yeah, and also their,
like
you know,
like the culture like really comes into it then.
and how much money they have. If they're incredibly poor, less money is going to do better than, if they're incredibly rich. They're going to want more money.
Yeah, I've just been sent like while I was watching this end turn happen, I just got sent a like a reel of peep show like conservative like memes. I don't know why this has made me laugh so much, but
Peep show.
yeah, I started watching it like quite recently. I think it's just great. It's such a great.
It's kind of I see now. I didn't like the actors or the I guess the comedians, aren't they?
Yeah, Mark
I didn't
Corrigan.
like
Yeah, what's his
their
name? I
names.
can't remember what his real name is. Yeah.
Blonde guy and brown haired guy.
Yeah. Well, Mark Corrigan's is like the name of the like is the person he's playing, but I can't remember what his.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't remember
But
what
like
his name
I
is.
watched it ages ago, and like I like Peep Show as a show, but I don't like the two comedians. Like as actual, I don't
It's
like
actual
their comedy.
people.
Well, no, but like I don't like anything that they're in except for Peep Show. Peep Show is the only one that I actually enjoy.
Have you seen Would I Lie to You?
No, I haven't.
The actor for like the guy that plays Mark Corrigan's in that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we just took tasks like that. Just a quick draw resolve. That was easy.
Conquered.
But yeah. Oh, as you mentioned, vassals.
I don't know
Isn't
if becoming a vassal is actually worth it. I don't know if it is worth it in like certainly not in Attila. Maybe in Attila, in Rome too, it's certainly not an issue because like the vassal system and that's just kind of like just stupid. It just doesn't seem to like.
In Attila, if you become a vassal, you'll get like abused.
Certainly the assassinated vassals were abused. It depends what culture again you're in.
Yeah, like if you're in like France area, like Brabant or whatever, if I became the vassal of France, like I would be abused. In every single war, France would be like, yeah, you're going up first, mate, and like literally, it's kind of annoying in Attila because I suppose it's more realistic because they use your vassals first because if they die, it doesn't affect your country. But
Hell yeah.
But
just
no,
some ships.
like I think being a vassal's worth it if you
You can play smart. If you can play smart
Yeah.
and sneaky.
Yeah, but like if you have money or if you have like a decent army, like there's no point. You know?
There is no point.
It's much more worth it in the older games in Rome and like those kinds of
I
games.
think you
than
can
in
become a. I don't know. It's pretty hard to become a vassal. I think in Rome, to be fair.
It's still hard in Attila as well. Like you can't offer to become vassal in Attila. You can only demand to make them your vassal.
Yeah.
So, like unless you get demanded to be a vassal, you can't become one. So, you kind of have to be like a lot less powerful than someone. And
Yeah, they'd rather kill you. They'd rather kill you than make you a vassal.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, 9 times out of 10, they'll try and kill you over making you a vassal.
More of like that's more of a paradoxical thing to make you a vassal.
Yeah,
or like
I think so.
more of a vassal interaction anyway. Certainly.
Yeah.
What was I doing?
But I noticed something whilst you were doing the skip turn, which I hate that they didn't do in Attila or in Rome 2 even, is the speed up and the skip.
Yes.
Because I hate that like you can either get really short where it just kind of looks over in the general direction of the faction that's moving and then it just moves on.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, so what happened then?
Exactly, and then you have to like look around for half an hour whilst it's your turn, like figuring out what they did, where they went.
Yeah.
Like, why can't they just have it exactly like Rome 1, where you can just watch the full thing if you want to at slow speed, or you can speed it up?
Exactly.
that's
That's
so
why
nice.
this is a superior game in so many ways.
so much nicer. Like, I think this was back in the days before they worried about, like, you know, when they spent more time and worried less about the profit. That's kind of harsh to say, but I feel like it's true,
Yeah.
and I think it happens with all game
I think it's just
developers.
all companies, yeah, that's how it goes.
As you get more and more money, and as you become more famous for the bigger games, like a small company is always going to make a more in-depth game than
Certainly
someone.
put more focus into stuff.
Yeah, I think so, because usually your first or second game as a company is more ambitious than your last few games. If you
Oh
know.
yeah, you see that with, like Assassin's Creed, and like it works for a long time, and then like eventually just like kind of.
Black Flag was so detailed. There was so many details about it. Brotherhood was so good as well. and
Yeah,
then
I was
you
thinking
get
Brotherhood. I was thinking Brotherhood.
Brotherhood was the first one I played, and I loved that game.
I think the first one I
Absolutely.
played was the first one, and I worked my way up.
Brotherhood is 2, isn't it? Number 2.
Yeah. No, is Brotherhood technically number 3? Isn't like?
I thought Brotherhood was 2. Maybe there was a spin-off in between.
Well, no, I thought Brotherhood's like the second time that you're like in Italy, and like, the first time is the second game. I can't remember. Maybe I'm wrong. Someone can tell me in the comments probably if anyone plays Assassin's Creed. I can't remember, to be honest. To save my life.
Look it up as well.
Yeah, go
I
on.
have-
Look it up for me. Tell me
I
we won't
own-
rely on the peasants to tell us which Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed was which.
First released on PS3, I can tell you that.
I thought Brotherhood was like almost like a shorter game. I thought it was like the shorter. Maybe it's this.
No. Well, what one had Ezio in it?
That's what I'm meaning. Yeah, Ezio's the second one. I thought.
Because I played that one as well, but no, Ezio is Brotherhood, I swear.
Yeah, you then return as Ezio in Brotherhood. I thought.
Because Ezio is in France in Brotherhood.
Oh, is it?
Greeting.
Yeah, that Brotherhood's France.
To be honest, I cannot remember.
That might even be Unity. I don't even know.
I just realized, by the way, just something to interrupt. My reputation is 69.
Our thanks.
For God's sake. You know, I had a unit that got like I was in a battle and I had a unit at 69 then left in it and I just left that unit.
Oh,
alone.
there we go, David Mitchell. Thank you, Hugh. David Mitchell's the person that plays Mark Corrigan. How did we forget that? Yeah, David Mitchell's in
Of course he is, yeah.
is in Would I Lie to You with Lee Mack, and they're quite good. Oh, Gaul's just been destroyed. Pharaoh rejoices to see a rival people brought low. There may be advantages to be gained now that only the Desert Wind remembers their name. I don't think I actually found out who Gaul was. I don't think the Pharaoh would give a damn as to who, like that these guys have been destroyed. Like, who are they?
I can give you the games in timeline order. Release order. Assassin's Creed was the first, and then Altair's Chronicle was a mobile game that came out. Then Assassin's Creed 2 came out,
Yeah.
which I don't know if that is. Oh no. So Brotherhood's 4, but there was a PSP game, and 2 phone games that came out. So it's actually third. It's technically third if you don't count like phone games and PSP, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I was right.
Brotherhood's
It's third. Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, I remember now. Yeah, because Assassin's Creed 2, you're Ezio in Rome, and you can climb up the Colosseum and stuff. I think you can do that in Brotherhood as well.
Yeah, I think you can do that in Brotherhood as well. You have more interaction in Rome. You're in more Rome for longer. Like, it's only an end game thing that you're in Rome in the second one.
Yeah. And then there's Revelations, which was like kind of bad.
Was in
It came
Revelations
out.
when you went back into time? Like,
I think so.
And like to your previous lives and stopped the assassins instead of like
Yeah.
yeah, which that was
Yeah,
a much
you
more
got-
like that was an old like one of the older ones. That was like just before they had a bit of a break and then brought out that terrible film.
2012. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's like Liberation, which is a Switch game, like you know, or
They
Wii.
made a lot of games that are like really unknown stuff for
But
other
then
like
Black
platforms.
Flag- Black Flag's like the famous one, right?
I'd say yeah, but Brotherhood I think is the most iconic. I'd say.
I'd say Brotherhood or 2 are like 2 of the most iconic. And
I
then
think.
obviously,
Have you seen number 4's trailer? Was amazing, and then number 4 was kind of like eh.
number 4 is Black Flag.
Oh no. Okay, then what's the American? So no, Brotherhood must be number 2, or is it just not counted in the main timeline? And it's not like, is it like 2.5? Because number 3, you're in America.
Thing.
Number 3, you're
Number-
in America.
Yeah, but Brotherhood's number.
It's like
Oh,
2.5.
here we go, this is right, because it's Assassin's Creed 2,
Mm.
Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah.
So I guess it is 2.5 because it's a continuation of 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because
Because yeah,
then there's also
number 3, you then go and play that like Indian guy, don't you, in America?
Yeah, but there's Assassin's Creed 3 and then there's Assassin's Creed Liberation, which is a continuation of 3.
Oh, is
I
that?
think that's what they did most of the times, right? Like, because then
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed 4, which is Black Flag, and then Assassin's Creed Pirates that came out on Android. Like, what are these? Assassin's
feel
Creed
like-
Rogue,
Just-
Unity multiplayer one, which I loved.
I really want to play some of these battles, but I'm facing garrisons with just generals in. There's just no point fighting these battles. It's just like, well, I could
Bro.
go. And...
That's exactly what I've had. Like that
Yeah.
that completely Onager and Ballista unit. I'm like, what? Why
Yeah.
do I fight you? I don't know, but I will. There's like no point.
Yeah, literally, like I spend like less time in like the probably more time on the loading screen than I would probably actually fighting this battle. Is it really worth
Yeah.
it? Like, that's just my feeling with half these battles at the moment. Hopefully though, I've seen like there's some big armies in like Sardis and Helicanus still kicking about. So there's like some 11 stacks. Hopefully if they all come together, I can actually have a decent battle.
Tell you what, talking about Assassin's Creed,
Hmm.
I just think about it. I think the first time I played Assassin's Creed was Assassin's Creed 2 on my friend's PS3,
Yeah.
I think. Like, I didn't have a PS3 at the time. I wanted to get one,
Hmm.
and I remember going around to my mates who lived like up the road, and I went around his house almost every day, and we played Assassin's Creed 2. And I remember that vividly, man.
Sounds a good time to fair.
It was.
A
I kind of
simpler
miss.
time.
Yeah, I miss the days of like just going around to a mate's, you know, playing a game like that and
Yeah.
just chilling.
Blame
you know.
COVID for that, man. Blame COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Blame everything.
Oh, and the
Blame-
Seleucids had the audacity just to block my port. That's nice of them.
I blame not being like 12 again.
Yeah. How
Bro,
powerful?
I miss-
How
Hmm?
powerful was Egypt in this era in real history? Are you approaching Jesus' time? No, we're not approaching Jesus' time.
No.
This the game starts in like 280 something
Dear friend.
BC. We're currently in, as you can see in the top right, we're in 253 BC. So
Yeah, we're approaching Jesus time, of course.
yeah, well, I mean we are technically approaching Jesus time.
Oh, thanks.
Just it's about 253 years off.
I mean, what? Like Attila's closer to Jesus time, isn't it?
No, that's
it not?
395 AD. So you are like 100 years further in the wrong direction
Oh,
from
it's-
Jesus time.
Yeah, it's 100 years earlier then.
Yeah. So yeah, this is close. Yeah, this is closest to Jesus time.
How about Rome 2?
Rome
Closer?
2
It depends on the campaign, right?
depends on the campaign. If you're doing grand campaign, I'd say you're closer than I think it starts a little bit. No, I think it starts similar sort of time to this one. It's just that because they just get rid of the having different factions, and they just have a united Rome, and you can just basically play as like all different factions. You get different buffs, which is kind of a cool idea. But I kind of like the like having lots of different roads is kind of fun. I like having lots of different roads, like Brutia. I'm green Romans, blue Romans.
I like Attila having the just the west and east and like.
Well, that's
But,
that's
yeah,
historical.
That's historical, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was kind of mediocre about Admiral Akbar reminds me of Star Wars. What? You have an
Admiral
Admiral Akbar?
reminds me of Star Wars. Oh, is it one of my admirals? Is it-
You have an Admiral Akbar? Oh
yeah,
my
well, he's not
God.
got Admiral Akbar. He's called Admiral Akhenuit or something like that. But I guess it kind of looks like a bit like Admiral Akbar. What's my other admiral called since we're talking? Admiral Wah. He's a very experienced admiral. Admiral Wah.
Admiral Wah. Hope he doesn't lose.
Hopefully he doesn't. Definitely crying.
Yeah.
Uh,
Wait, how? Oh, you didn't even answer Hugh's first question. How
Oh,
powerful
sorry.
was Egypt?
What was his
I
first
would
question?
say like how powerful was Egypt like during this time?
Oh yeah. How powerful was Egypt during this time period? In reality, fairly powerful. They were probably they were kind of in a continuous state of war with like the Seleucids, because basically in this period Alexander's just died, and all the successors have kind of taken their own thrones. So like over here in the east, you have like the Seleucids doing their thing under Seleucus, and then you have Egypt under Ptolemy doing his thing, and they're kind of like always at war, and they're kind of like just wearing each other down. But they're fairly powerful. Like they both own like massive empires. So yeah, I'd say they're both really powerful. To be fair,
Yeah.
that's kind of all I've got really to say on it. Oh, hey Thomas,
Chris?
I'm doing all right, thank you. How are you doing today, man?
But yeah, I have one question to ask from CA, and it's so sad. Why can't we have a historically accurate Troy game?
That's a question I don't think they'd ever answer. They'll get their lawyers out or something like that. Like, I'm sorry, we can't answer this question.
The idea of having, the Trojans and like a historically accurate version of what that terrible.
Well, I mean, the
game.
thing is, it is at the same time, Troy is not actually confirmed to be historical. I might fight this one.
It's not. No, it could be fake. Well, it could be like.
I mean, they have found a city, which could be Troy, but it's just
And
kind of,
they,
at
like-
the end of the day, it's just a myth, potentially.
What I mean is like a bit closer to the myths than what we got in Troy. Or maybe can we just get a fleshed out version of Troy that has more
Like,
of the.
I wanted a Bronze Age Total War, and again, they kind of like done the same thing that they did with. I mean, it's a saga. That is what like a saga is, just a small game. I just realized this army has one. I have one melee infantry. I actually have more cavalry and missiles than I have anything else. God.
Well, Bronze Age Total War would be amazing, and I
Yeah.
think maybe a bit more of a Greek focus. Total War would be really cool. Because
You mean like Wrath of Sparta?
a bit more like Wrath of Sparta, yeah. I'm a big fan of Sparta, but like not just because of that, more because I think it has some of the more interesting history to it, and I don't know. I mean, yeah. I think Hugh's right that what they would have had in a Troy sort of game is more accurate to what we have in as Egypt.
Yeah, I just saw that. I was just reading that. Yeah, that definitely true. Like, yeah, Egypt probably looks more like this in like the point of like of Troy than it does in like this period. Your earlier comment, Q as well. Arminius was 1 BC. So was that when the German tribes rose? I really don't know if the Egypt was strong at this time. At the time, like Arminius like comes around, he's like 9 AD. It's like he uses his Teutoburg stuff. So he's like around. I think he's about 30 years old when he's like when he's doing like his stuff in the Teutoburg forest. So I believe like he would have been around like in like 1 BC. At that point, Egypt is dead. It's part of the empire. You have this big battle called the Battle of Actium, which I've actually covered on the channel. We did like a DEI scenario, and
I was in that, I think.
pardon?
Wasn't I?
Don't know if you were, actually. Don't think you were in that one.
It wasn't important, obviously.
It wasn't important. It was a like land and naval battle.
Let's ask the question that we were all waiting for,
What?
and I don't want to answer it.
It's fine. I'm just turning down like the music. It's just so loud right now. It's just blasting in my ear right now. I'm just like struggling to.
Thomas says, "Hey, what are your opinions on Troy?"
Oh god. I'll answer that in a moment. But yeah, Egypt at this point is like dead. Is like dead from like it's had a big war. Like Mark Antony and Cleopatra fought together against Octavian, and they lost basically.
Yeah.
That's basically it. And my opinions on Troy. Well, I played 30 minutes of it, and
I played about an hour.
and that's all I have to say on it really. Just how long I played on it. It's. I mean, there's for me. I'll sit on the fence about it, in a way of saying that there'll be people out there that really enjoy it, but it's just not my cup of tea.
I think it's good for people who are new
Yeah.
because they don't have the nostalgia of the old games to compare it to.
Yeah.
And, like the thing that I absolutely hated about it, and there were three things, right? And I can explain in very quick detail. One, no formations. Like, yeah, sure, maybe they weren't as big on formations in the period, but they still would have had basic formations, and it had such a depth.
Okay, I just like fast forwarded my cab just all broke.
Yeah, it died. But yeah, no, it would have added such a depth to the game, in my opinion. The big one as well, that there's no friendly fire on the archers, which is so sad. Like, it just meant that you could like get javelins and just throw them through the backs of your friendlies and destroy an enemy unit, and you wouldn't take a single casualty. And it just made like
It's
just
the
made it
pajama
so
man.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I'm just sorry. No, I'm like commenting on like the Eastern Spearman. The
Exactly.
Eastern
No, I know.
Spearman.
I was just, I'm just watching you zoom in.
Pajama Man, and they die.
Yeah.
I think they're like one of the cheapest units in the game. There you go, easy victory. I lost 55 men, and they were all those cavalry. They just got run down.
Based more on the wars between ancient Greece and Persia would be good, especially if some barbarians. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree.
Yeah, yeah, they kind. It's kind of like Wrath of Sparta in a way, but it's like a little bit just after like the wars with Persia. That.
Yeah, you didn't really have Persia. You kind of have a destroyed state of Persia, and
No,
like
Persian Empire's there. You just have the edge of Persia. That's all.
yeah, exactly. But like that's not the same. I think what he's more talking about.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
that,
I know.
like,
Yeah, like you fight, but even still, then you don't need like that. You don't need. You could just have like the Wrath of Sparta map because you don't need all of the Persian Empire because in history the Greeks never get like deep into Persia until Alexander.
I mean, but yeah, maybe two periods. Like that's the thing,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
You could have
so what you're asking for is a
campaigns.
revamped Alexander campaign, which we got in the remaster.
Yeah. I mean, like the thing is, the issue that I have with the campaign map is that it shows a tiny bit of Persia and like all of Rome. And if you're doing like Alexander, you don't need Rome, really.
Yeah.
Well, you don't need any of the left side, you know. Cut off England, like cut it off at Germany, you know, and then like you have all of that space to the right where you can go into Persia. I think it'd be really cool.
I would like them to do like one where you go like deep into like India. Would be quite nice.
That'd be cool. I think something like NTW, but like with the English conquest of Africa and India would be really cool.
Yeah.
That might be a really cool one. But like that's the thing, it's all a bit of a fallacy, isn't it? So I don't think we'll really get anything like that in the future.
Probably not. I think you're gonna get smaller campaign maps, to be honest. Don't think
Yeah,
you're
if
gonna get
anything,
big
it
ones.
will get smaller. I mean, but like that's the thing though. If you want it to keep it the same size, then you just cut off Germany from the left and you add on Persia to the right, and then.
Yeah, but Germany's kind of integral in the Eastern world as well. I mean, it does do a lot of
I
stuff.
suppose so. Yeah, but not like during. Not really if you're focusing on the Greek wars.
Oh no, if you're doing it on the Greek wars, no. To be honest, like you just need the Wrath of Sparta map for that, and you just need
Bit more
maybe a little
Persia.
bit more to the east, maybe Egypt as well if you wanted to do that. Yeah, that could be done in
That would be
theory.
really cool.
But I
Just
mean,
because-
even but what you're saying in Wrath of Sparta, like Egypt, you're getting like a broken off bit of Persia. That Persia actually is really strong. It can pump out a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but if you wanted to be like, you know, do sort of Alexander sort of style and try and conquest Persia, it's like 5 settlements and it's done, you know?
Yeah, it's hard though. They have massive stacks, to be fair.
Yeah, but it should be that difficulty all the way to the east, you know? And
Well,
make it something.
yeah,
It's
no.
obviously like no one had ever really done it, you know? And
Mm.
Alexander went very, very far.
Yeah, but he did it for like different reasons. And
Yeah. But like pikes and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a really cool dynamic to have a game like that.
yeah, I think
That
it would be.
But it's all a bit, yeah, like I said, it's a bit of a fallacy, isn't it? It's not really going to happen. Never will.
I think they've done so much currently on the ancient period. It's like they need to focus on something else, really. Like medieval.
Well, the wrong thing, people making new maps.
Mm.
Like, it's entirely possible now with modding
Yeah.
that you could get to that, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely. You could do that. That's what I'm really excited for seeing. Like what the modding community will make now.
Because it's that kind of thing, you know? It's like, if we're able to do that, then anyone who has any interest in modding can have an idea and be like, hey, I want to do that. And then they put their time into it, you know? Like, I think, and that's what's really cool about community modding, and that's what I'm really happy that CA didn't take out with Rome 2 or Attila.
Mm.
Because, you know, the modding is just amazing.
That's why I like. Yeah, some of the best mods come from Medieval 2. Gonna just challenge because it's like that. I might have to play it at some point, but it may just destroy my game. It's like there's it's like Planet Wars or something like that. It's called. It's like a really
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
such a bizarre mod.
I've seen like videos on that, and it looks interesting.
Yeah,
That's what it
that's the best way of putting it. It does look interesting. It's such a bizarre mod.
Did you do that fiver for a fiver?
Fiver for
They,
a fiver.
Fiver for a fiver. They released a new £5 coin for 2 months, and you can pay a fiver for a £5 coin.
No, I didn't know this. When was this?
Like last month. I think it's just stopped, but I did it.
Oh, fair enough. What's the fiver then?
What do you mean?
Like, what's on the fiver? You saying it's a new £5?
It was for the Queen's fucking birthday or something.
Oh, right. Nothing
But
important.
it has Churchill on the back of it and
Oh,
the
right.
Queen.
Don't we have Churchill on the currently in the back of our £5 anyway?
Yeah, well, I think that's why they put Churchill on it. But
Alright.
it says Elizabeth II, DEI. Wow, it's got the DEI mod in it. Gratia Regina.
Fair enough. Sounds.
I don't know what that means.
Say, yeah, I don't know either. I mean, Regina means queen. I know that, but
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's probably like gracious queen. Something like
probably yeah. God save the
that.
queen or something like that.
Yeah, on the other side in big letters it just says Churchill. But,
Just in case you forgot who this person is.
but no, I mean these coins might be quite rare in the future. They only made something like 1,000 of them.
So it's a £5 coin.
It's a £5 coin. And you paid
Oh, I didn't. Well, to be fair, I don't think I heard about it. It just clearly wasn't like that publicized that much. And also, I've stayed inside most of the time, like of last month because lockdown.
I saw it on the news. I was like, why not?
Oh, I don't watch the news as much as I probably should.
No, like news app on your phone. You know.
Oh, right, first.
You think I watch the news?
Yeah, you might do.
Bro, I don't care about the real world.
It's not. If I don't care about the real world problems don't come into my life.
Exactly.
That's how you got to think about it.
Exactly, man. As long as I don't look at it, it's not real. All
It's
right?
not real.
It's like if a tree falls in the forest, doesn't make a sound if no one's there to it. I mean, of course it makes a sound. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But like, no one can prove that it made a sound.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh, we may be able to have a massive battle. Mercenary hoplites may be pretty handy. Might get some of them. And also maybe some Cretan archers.
Tell you what,
Might-
they cleaned up Greece with the remastered thing. Don't know if you've noticed that, but like
Greece looks a bit nicer.
It looks a bit nicer on the map, doesn't it?
On the on Alexander's though, like on the
Queen by
Alexander.
the grace of God, that's what it means. You just said sorry.
Pardon?
The coin says Queen by the grace of God.
Oh, there we go. There we go. We know it now. We've learned something today, heads.
Of course. Thank you, Hugh.
My lead.
But yeah, what I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, yeah, on the Alexander like DLC for Rome, it's like Greece looks awful. It looks like a terrible job done to it.
Oh, it does, yeah.
It looks like
Oh
it's
my
been.
God.
No offense to CA, but it looks like it's drawn by a child a bit.
I mean, it was.
It
Like,
was.
I mean, the Greece now looks pretty clean, though. I think. I think like in the remaster, I mean. And
Oh
in
no,
Scylla,
even in the remaster, like it looks bad. Does the blooming Greek, like the Greek state just looks awful. Looks awful. No, in Grand Campaign fine. It's just the Alexander. Alexander just not.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I
like
think Attila did it well, I think.
Attila's a good looking map. I mean, that's the good thing with the like more modern games are that the maps look really nice.
Yeah, Three Kingdoms has a very nice map,
Yeah, it
but
does.
like at the same time, kind of bad gameplay. So
I just never really got into it. Just it's just so vast. I was just like, oh my gosh.
ooh, it has a very cool campaign.
Mm.
But like when you actually get into the battles, like and also with the battles, it's kind of like Troy. It's got that really cool movement where like in deep grass and you can be hidden and you move slower in mud and like that kind of thing.
Mm.
But I think it makes it so complex. It's almost like an arcade game, and that sounds really confusing because saying
Just about to have a big old battle with Carthage. Sorry to interrupt. I'm having a big old battle with Carthage, and they haven't got elephants, I don't think. So we might be okay.
what is it, siege?
No, just a land battle. I was like going off to find their next settlement, which is like Thapsus, and they just appeared out of the mist, and I'm just like, well, we're gonna have to attack these guys.
I love that loading screen.
I know, it looks awesome, doesn't it?
Very happy Chad.
He's like, yes, another fight. I've been waiting all week.
I think he was born the wrong way around.
Maybe. Oh god, these hoplites also form phalanx. Okay.
That's one sad thing about the remaster, which I kind of wish they did. It would have been so easy to go in and revamp the maps a little bit, just a little bit,
Just a little
because
bit.
it kind of looks so plain, you know. Would have been nice to add some assets and that kind of thing. Like you don't have to update.
They've added resources now, which is kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, that's. But like, what I mean is like, it wouldn't have been hard to just add assets into the maps, you know.
I like the alt drags a thing. That's a thing.
Yeah, yeah, true. That's kind of.
That's a new
But
thing. Oh
at the
god, they
same
had so
time-
much cav. I was not ready.
Can you play Troy without getting the hero characters? They put me off. No, you can't.
No.
The Troy heroes are sucky. The way I get around it is don't play the game.
Just don't play the game. I like that.
Bro, I hate it.
I just
Like,
realised
it's the
that
same
I forgot that my guys are all phalanxes, so they all just like all my archers just got screwed over hard.
But like it kind of sucked as well because like in Troy, you can like upgrade your heroes to be like on chariots or whatever. But then, like if you put him on a chariot, like another hero will just knock him off the chariot, and then he's on the ground anyway. So you just paid extra money just to get this guy like to fall off a chariot, basically. Kind of just sad. Like I don't know. Heroes suck. Really suck.
I thought my general got killed because I was pulling him out of combat. I just had a heart attack there. I was like, oh my god, no, not my general, please. It's just light infantry. I might be able to take that out actually then. Can you just like... Yeah, I'd like how this... I'll zoom in a moment for like viewers. But I'm pretty sure my infantry is seen as heavy infantry. These Desert Axemen are seen as heavy infantry. They are literally wearing no shirt. And I'm fighting Iberian infantry, which have at least got some sort of armor on. They have a sort of a breastplate on, and they are seen as light infantry. What was their logic, CA?
Here you go. You're zooming in slowly. Oh, there they are.
Yeah, I don't really like the camera really on Remastered.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, they're naked.
Yeah.
They're wearing shorts. Like, oh my god. Oh, they have a bit of gold around their necks, I suppose. So,
A bit of gold. I guess we make you a heavy infantryman.
a bit of that soft metal around their necks, you know. That definitely will help.
Exactly. Just like, oh yeah, I'm sure this will definitely help when you go into battle. Definitely won't just like be robbed from your corpse when you die.
You know, I just reminded myself. Something about Troy that I hate. I don't know if they ever changed it.
This has
I have
just
a
turned
feeling
into the Troy rant stream.
it has, but like I don't know if they've changed it. If anyone does know, you could tell us. But when it came out, you had to pay for multiplayer.
Yeah, I think that's still a thing.
I thought that was still a thing too, but I don't know. I haven't looked into it. But well, I just remember playing it and being like, "Hey, let's get in a game, Boris." Like me and Boris were playing. I'm pretty sure. We're like, "Hey, let's get in a game. Why not?" And we're like, "Okay." And I was like, "Oh, multiplayer hasn't come out yet." Oh, that's fine. We got it for free. We'll wait like a month. A month comes around. We're like, "Hey, do you want to play Troy?" I know it's a joke, but like, you know, we might as well. We're like, okay. It's like, yeah, we're just gonna download the multiplayer DLC, right? £22. Like, what? Yeah, and we were like so annoyed because there's no way we're paying £22 to play this basically joke of a game together. Like, I'm sorry, CA, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, you just got side charged. But yeah, no, I think it's like making it £22 as well. Like, really? Is it really that much effort to add multiplayer into a game? When multiplayer is like basically what is the standard of all new games now?
Yeah. It is like just a standard. I mean, it's all people want to play really. A lot of people don't often play campaign. Don't sit down and go, I'm going to play campaign. They usually go on like, I want to do like a quick battle or something. Or a siege.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first time I've done a 12-12 campaign. I usually just like, you know, I usually just play Attila for the multiplayer because that's what I enjoy. But yeah, I know it's amazing to me.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still a thing that you have to pay for it, but it certainly was at one point. They may have got rid of that.
I hope it isn't, because if it is, that is a real joke.
Yeah, would certainly give them a bad rep, put it like that, to
yeah,
still make that a thing. I don't know.
You know,
It's nearly as bad as EA in that sort of department, and Like
mean,
make you pay
EA
for
have
extras.
right? I mean, Star Wars Battlefront 2, that was a real pay to win, and then people were outraged and they changed it, and now everything's free in that. So,
Oh, that's good.
like,
A
you know,
small win.
EA are becoming more clean, and I
I
think,
think 'cause so many memes have been made about it, maybe they just
yeah, I mean,
got sick of the memes.
they're taking over a Formula One game for
Oh, are
F1
they?
2021 now. They're taking it over. They bought the rights to it,
All
and
right.
apparently they're not going to make any pay to win in it.
Oh,
So,
look at
you know,
you,
it's,
EA, being
yeah, EA
smart.
making a sports game with no pay to win. That's
This is-
amazing.
That is kind of amazing. Fair. What am I gonna build? Here?
NBA 18 on PS4 when it was free for like a month, and I got it. And I love that game, but like, you know, anytime you're like, oh, this is kind of cool. Oh, that's also £20. I'm not gonna do that. Like that happened a lot. Um, it's kind of sad, but I think EA are getting better
I think they are gradually.
because they had such a like everybody knew them as the cash grab guys, you know.
Yeah, they were. They were the cash grab guys for a long time.
Yeah, so I think it's nice that they're trying to move away from that. Wait, you have 165% happiness? How is that even possible?
Don't know.
Like, 75% should be good, you know, 100% should be amazing. It's the same
Yeah,
as, like,
I think you can if you just keep putting the buffs on. You can just go like so much in percentage, like upwards, I guess.
yeah, I mean,
111% here.
it's the same in Attila. God, I can't speak. Where if you get another faction to like you, you can go over 100. It's like surely 100 should just be the best, and you can set it at 100. Like, why have weird numbers like 118? Oh, that means something, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, what's the extra 18 for?
Just getting rid of these tiny little Carthaginian armies now in North Africa. They've just destroyed their one big one. That's it.
See, Carthage are like pretty bad in Rome 1. They were very, very good in Rome 2.
Yeah, I think they can be pretty good. Like, the elephants are just kind of like their thing.
I suppose so. Same as Seleucids, right?
Yeah, well, and the Seleucids, like, if you get to late game, the Seleucids in this have their own legionnaires, which are actually pretty strong, if I remember. They've like silver shield, like either called like silver shield legionaries or something. I can't remember. They're like called something like that. We might be about to have a big old battle.
There was something that I was reading a while ago. It was Eastern sort of, I guess, factions, closer to like BC. Used to have like flamethrower contraptions.
Look at all of these militia hoplites. That's just insane. I mean, you can't see it yet, but here's a lot of them. And
I'll react in a second, I guess.
yeah, there's just so many. It's just a full stack of them.
Oh wow, that is a lot of hoplites actually.
And but yeah, the thing is, like, hoplites as well aren't even the hoplites. They're actual pikemen. They just like that's something in Rome 1. If you're a hoplite or a pikeman, you're the same thing. Or even a spearman sometimes as well. Like, mine pikes are called spearmen. So I was kind of surprised when I like saw them and I was like, oh, these are pikes.
There are a couple of them in Rome 2 as well. You get pikes that are called spearmen. It's like, why?
Yeah.
They're not spears, they are literally pikes.
My guys, I'm just looking at them. They're just so hilarious. They're just.
Next, they're called javelin and throwable spearmen.
Yeah, throwable spear guys.
Oh wow, what are they doing?
I don't know. They're just waving their arms in the air. Just...
They're clapping. The pikes are moving with. Oh.
They're like, yes, time for war. Oh my god, I have so many pikes in this army. It just maybe.
What was I even saying before this?
I don't know. Talking about elephants.
Eastern factions. They on battering rams. They used to have what's it called, like engraved dragons and stuff.
Alright.
And through the noses and mouths, then they would have like flame-throwing contraptions.
That's not horrifying.
So that when they break down the wall or break down the gate, then they like shoot fire into the settlement,
Nice.
and it's like supposed to strike the fear of God into the enemies, that kind of. And I have no idea how effective it was, but I just saw a video on it and I was like, oh my god, that is amazing. Yeah, but no, I feel like stuff like that is so interesting with history.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think it is. I
Like,
think there's some really cool like niche things going on.
yeah, I
like
mean
in
stuff
history.
like the Vikings who would like engrave religious symbols of like the devil on themselves with like tattoos and stuff,
Yeah.
just to scare the enemy.
Scare
Like
poor Christians.
yeah, like a tattoo that will last forever just to win one battle. Like, yeah,
I would.
that's dedication.
I would.
Is that a
It would be
road or
hell.
a river? It is a
That is a
road.
road. That is apparently that's a paved road, which is really cool. That's another thing, like how you affect the map in this game, or like in your campaign, also affects like the battle map. So that would be a dirt road if it's just a dirt, like, if you get what I mean.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool, actually. It's kind of similar to not really, but like in Attila, if you fortify that kind of thing.
Oh my god, those guys broke so quickly.
I tell you what, I actually kind of hate fortifying in Attila. It makes battles so easy. I feel like it's
I hate like the fort system. I just hate generally in both campaign, like both Rome 2 and in Attila. I think it's just frustrating to break through.
Well, I told you earlier about it, that like I was outnumbered probably about like 5,000 to 2,500-ish. Right? Like they outnumbered me almost like triple. And I just fortified and I won. And I lost like 1,000 men, but I still had like half my army left, more than half my army left.
Oh wow.
And they had nothing. I killed like 5,000 of them. It's just
these
because
guys.
get cab up the backs, right? Make them commit everything, and then just recharge them endlessly, and they'll die.
Very
Like
nice.
they won't survive for any time.
The AI is just like chasing my cavalry down with pikes, and there's one Thracian unit just running around, rear-charging everything. It's like, it's just both sides has just also got like no shirt on. It's just an army. It's just, I mean, I just realised that that's their entire army. It's just men with no shirts on. It's kind of hilarious.
That's actually something I like about Rome 1 and Rome 2 is the sort of speed of combat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, battles
Like
have technically got slower. People like complaining, like saying like, oh, like battles have got like shorter in like modern day Total Wars, and actually someone did like some research, and they're actually getting longer.
Troy is faster.
Yeah,
Troy's
I'd say maybe. Yeah, Troy's definitely, I think, would agree is faster.
But, like something like Thrones or Attila or like one of those games, they're definitely longer, like by miles, because you do a battle, a little land battle in Rome, and it's going to be hard to find an Attila one, unless you general snipe and try and get
just
them
go,
on the
just like rampage with cavalry.
Exactly. What do you think about the idea that when you take a religion, you can create troops that traditionally come from there, i.e. Gaul would recruit camel units if they occupy desert cities? Yeah, see, I like that with Attila, because with Attila, if you, like what I've done, I've taken Saxony, and now I've taken like, Saxon spearmen and stuff like that, and I can take different people from different factions. I like the idea of that.
Well, I think that's it's kind of an idea. It's not very historical, but it is like it's quite nice to have multicultural mixed armies. I'll agree.
I wouldn't say it's unrealistic, because if you, let's say you take...
Certainly Alexander did it. Alexander was a big person that did it, like all his eastern troops.
Let's say, for instance, you're a Viking settlement or somewhere from the Nordic regions, right? And you take England, let's say, just for instance, then you're probably going to take on their cultures and their style of fighting, because it might be more superior, there might be something about it that's better.
Yeah.
I think that's fair to say that,
certainly like I would agree that they recruit from the population, because that's what the Vikings did. After certain generations, there's generations that came known as Northmen, and I know that is another reference for Vikings, but they were like, it was people that basically started living in like the occupied like Viking territories, basically like Northumbria and like Mercia. They were often referred to as Northmen because they weren't actually properly like Danes, or like they were born in England but like raised as a Viking, a bit like Uhtred in like last
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean by like, especially the point that Hugh said is that like, if you went to Egypt and you try and use cavalry, it's going to be less effective than camels, because camels are, well, they basically lived and they've evolved in that desert sort of lifestyle.
And they also scare cavalry.
Scare cavalry. So, it's like, I think you do take on tactics and you do take on like different units from other countries. I think
Yeah.
that's a cool thing as well.
I like
I think it's
flattening my
very-
own men with these chariots. It's kind of hilarious. What's still
Wait, are they
alive
your
then?
chariots?
Oh,
They
it's
are
just-
your chariots.
yeah, they're my chariots, but it's just still like they still flatten them, which is kind of hilarious.
Yeah, I was about to say, I just saw you like wipe out one of your own units. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
It's just, Pope, what are you doing? Don't fight your own men. I know you won. Alright, recharge these quickly.
Also, going back to the, I just thought of something. Going back to the
Infamy.
take. I think it's a cool idea for something like 1212. If you're like Brabant, you know, and especially in like the early campaign, you only have access to like a few units. You don't have access to, because obviously 1212 is made for like early, middle, and late sort of time periods, right?
Mm.
With the campaign, you can only get access to the early units. So I think it's really cool that if you conquest different parts of you know, wherever, then you get the units and it opens your roster more. I like that idea.
Oh, I can already
Have you-
assault this place? Okay.
In this campaign, I think it's wrong to be able to recruit chariot units in Corbuda. Corbuda? Is that a place?
Oh yeah, Cordoba, you can like recruit chariots.
Cordoba.
It's like south of Spain or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got the Temple of Artemis of Ephesus. Ephesus? I have no idea. I butchered that name. There you go. If you want to read that.
But obviously, Rome 2 doesn't have the what's it called? Does it? It doesn't have the you can use other factions units if you conquest the land, does it?
No. That's like Rome has auxiliaries, but that's like it.
I don't like that. You know, if you took England, you shouldn't be able to, you know, get Nubian spear guards or whatever, because you're going to be using English men
Yeah.
who use English tactics, who have English horses. You know, I
It
think
kind of makes sense.
cultures are different and ways of fighting are different. And if you take England, then you should expect to have
English
cavalry.
troops, yeah.
that kind
Or
of-
like more like light infantry.
yeah, or English ships over Viking longboats, for instance. You know.
Mm.
It's that kind of thing. I like that. I think that's a good point. But that's what I think they did really well with Rome 2 and Attila. I think they did it much better than. But that's just a learning curve, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
Rome 1 it's something that they took from Rome 1 and were like, hey, we can improve that. Why not? And then
Exactly.
they took like a bunch of features that improved Rome 1 tremendously, like speeding up the campaign map. That
Such a
wouldn't even
good
be
thing.
hard to do.
Yeah.
Like that wouldn't be hard to do. It's like left click to what is it?
It's left click
skip.
to skip and just speed
Yeah.
up, yeah.
Yeah, like why can't that be a thing, man? I'd much rather watch things in like full, and then you know if it's something I know what's gonna happen, then I just right click.
I always just click
So-
automatically. I just don't really care what everyone else is doing.
Yeah, but if it's a warring faction or whatever, like,
yeah. Oh, I got a
I
new-
don't like to be like trying to watch out for an army, and then for it to just disappear next turn and be like, where has that just gone?
Okay, so I've just got a agent inside Mazaka. How I've quite got him, I'm not quite sure. I've just acquired him, and he's besieged in the city, so I have no idea how he's got here. That's unfortunate for him.
How has that happened?
I've not even been to that part of the world yet. I've just found it out that like Armenia and Pontus are at war. That's a very bizarre turn of events. But there we go.
Infantry in Germania, yeah.
Desert infantry in Germany. I'm about to destroy Seleucids. I only need 2 more settlements. Well, they actually have 1 settlement left, but they are trying to take Helicanus quickly, and then probably try and like I don't know, protect it, get it ready for my my horde of Egyptians to arrive. So I'll probably maybe end the stream after we've dealt with Seleucids, because we've been going for like a good hour and nearly 2 hours I think now.
So wait, Hugh, what do you think about having settlements that you can build your own buildings on and then recruit your own men? Because that's how Attila works. Like, well, it depends on what's actually in the building. So, you know, if you have a city that has a building that can recruit Germanic men, then you can recruit Germanic men. But if you don't, then you can only recruit your own. What do you think of that? Because then you're still recruiting, like, you know, desert infantry in Germania, but you can also recruit Germanic. infantry, I guess.
Oh my god, large stone walls. I forgot, like, oh my gosh, I get iron gate, boiling oil, extra wall defenses. Cannot be sieged without. Yeah, that makes sense. Don't think I'm gonna need that in Alexandria anytime soon. We'll put an execution square in. Why not? Why not?
By the way, our volume's very low compared to the game.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
I can turn us up. Let me turn us both up in Discord quickly. I know I went to like basically like sort out the volume earlier. And just still probably is a little bit loud. It's just a very loud game, isn't it? There we go.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think so.
You're a bit louder now. I can just I might just turn the volume down to almost nothing. I feel like put it like 10% or something in a moment.
No, that's alright. I just, yeah, it's right now.
Oh, first interaction with the Romans. Admiral Vivius is off the coast of Helicanus. Looks like he's sieging Rhodes. So it looks like the Green Romans, the Brutii, are actually doing some stuff. That's interesting. I may face them soon.
Tell you what, yesterday I found France in my campaign. That was
Oh, it's
fun.
Brabant.
Yeah, yeah, you don't see France straight away.
That's
You
kind
find
of bizarre.
France like, if you go left, but if not, you don't see France. And I found France, and then it turns out they were at war with Denmark, who were like had a military alliance with me. So that scared me a bit because France don't like me much.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, and I'm practically Belgium, right? Like Brabant is pretty much.
Basically Belgium at this point.
Yeah, it's like northern Belgium, I guess. It's more it's like French, Belgian, German border, like Luxembourg. So yeah, but yeah, no, it's fun to find out that the most powerful faction in like all of the world actually hates you.
It's certainly very powerful at that point. I think there are other factions that can get rid of it. They're certainly more powerful. For instance,
I guess like the Huns, but like.
Oh right, yeah.
Like.
We just call it the Great Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Sick. And the
like
Susans are gone. Oh shit! I didn't realize that. Like I thought, I forget that if you just take their cities, that they just become like a rebel faction. I forget that they don't just like it to walk around with no cities.
That's what right? Yeah, they go around with like the armies left, but that's it.
Exactly. Yeah. And yeah, didn't realize that wasn't a thing.
A wandering settlement or?
They become like a horde, don't they? They become like just a
horde. Yeah, that's what it is.
And also in Rome too. Also in Rome too, you get to just walk around, and you just start to starve if you've got no settlement.
You do in Attila too.
Yeah, in Rome too, they did it first, and then so they're like, you know what, we'll do this as well. Oh my gosh, this my army that I sent in an expedition to Carthage is taking a bit of a beating. Just regroup some more missiles.
I mean, Hugh, my name isn't Thomas, but I can tell you it's pretty different to Rome 1. It's more complex, I guess, but it's very, very good in my opinion. I really like Rome 2. If you want to play multiplayer, it's very, very good, and the
very
campaign's great.
Very easy games in Rome 2 multiplayer.
Yeah, I think yeah, oh yeah, that's very true. Like there's at least 20 servers up, or 20 people playing games at all times.
Exactly, and people often just join your games, and I kind of like that as well. People just come in and just join your games.
Yeah, like a lot of time, 4 of us will get on, and we'll just all sit on one side and leave it open on the other
just
side.
Waiting for others will just join, yeah.
Yeah. And,
well, yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna probably end the stream because we technically have defeated the Seleucids. They have some rebel armies now just dotted around, like from the remnants. So I can't be asked to go and chase all them down. But we've taken out the Seleucids in today's live stream, and we'll deal with Carthage, I guess, next, and then we'll kind of probably look for who we're gonna take out next. Maybe like the Brutii, or if they keep coming eastwards, or maybe just like Pontus, because they seem like they're a pretty weak faction as they're getting crushed by Armenia at the moment. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching the stream. If you have, thank you for stopping by and chatting to us. It's been really fun. And yeah, I will see you probably in the next live stream when we do more of this campaign.